Silver Age comics, mod jazz, surf and doo-wop, the Cuban Missile Crisis, JFK, and just parody. I'll get into all these things and other things in this video later. Basically, nuclearPunk is a blend genre of different genres. Basically in the time realm of the 1960s, especially the early 60s. Now, to be fair, I did and the reason why I said kinda, I kinda came up with the idea of nuclearPunk, though the name has assisted for a while on the internet. Basically, it didn't really know what it wanted to be. A couple of ideas from different individuals became kinda there, but I kinda took it and made it my own, basically. Basically, nuclearPunk is a mixture between atom punk and ray punk. But what makes this genre different in those genres is basically, as ray punk and atom punk is more about the future, I would say the difference between that is just nuclearPunk is before the future with future technology. It's also kind of parody. Not parody of those genres, but parody of the times. Let me explain. Now everybody knows what parody is. It's basically taking a style of something and mocking it. Can be both in a good light or a bad light. However, most of people probably don't know this word. Now, pastiche is basically taking what you love and putting it in a modern day context. Basically, it's like you're showing homage to the work and not parodying it. nuclearPunk is kind of both parody and pastiche. It's parody because it takes real events and kind of almost mocks the propaganda of the time. And it's homage because it kind of shows appreciation to pop culture of the time, like the Jacksons, Marvel Comics of the 60s, and spy movies. I've been using Silver Age a lot in this YouTube video, so let's talk about that. Silver Age kind of came after the Golden Age of comics, Golden Age being from the 30s, 40s, and early 50s. Now, the Silver Age started in the late 50s, going on to the 60s, to the early 70s, until the Bronze Age took over. But however, Silver Age is a big part of this kind of thing. If you look at these comics, especially Marvel Comics is a bigger influence than any. You know, maybe a couple DC works, but mostly just Marvel, really. Hold on. Mostly Marvel. You could see where I'm coming from with this, really. It's the idea of what if superheroes and spies really rule the 60s, basically. Now, the reason why we use JFK in here is because, well, keep in mind the decades, 1962 to 63. it's not picturing him as a perfect person, more in it's showing him as hope. That's what a lot of people did back in the day. And that's kind of what it is. It's a parody of hope. Not making fun of hope, but just kind of a parody of it. Because we show kind of like the fear and the hope at the same time. That is all blashed into nuclearPunk.